Hi everybody, welcome back to the Kickoff. I'm Jason Reid. I'm going solo today without my usual partner Mike Jones, who is tied up covering the team. He couldn't break away, so you're stuck with me for the moment. You heard the team in the background right there practicing. That's where Mike Jones is at. And what we're going to focus on today, obviously, well, it's Dallas week. And Dallas week is always big things for the Redskins. Dallas is doing a great job right now. They are at the top of the NFC East. They have the best running game in football, best offensive line in football. And for the Redskins, defensively this week, you got to stop the run. It's what everybody tries to do against the Cowboys, and that means trying to slow down DeMarco Murray, the first player in NFL history to begin the season with 7 consecutive games of at least 100 yards rushing to kick off the season. This guy is in top form, and he's got this great offensive line, 3 number-1 draft picks on that line. Tyron Smith is basically the best left tackle in the league, or at least the best young left tackle. You hear the crowd noise being pumped in back there, trying to get the team ready for this game. And when you look at what the Redskins have to do defensively, you're going to have to get as much pressure up front as you can, against Tony Romo. You're gonna, that's what you always have to do, but you've got to try to limit this ground game best as possible. And that means the guys up front, Jason Hatcher, who's going back home to face his former team. He began his career with the Cowboys, played there for a long time. You've got to try to get in the gaps. You've got to be disciplined in your run fits to try to stop the running game as much as you can. And you're probably not going to shut down this running game, because no opponent has been able to shut down the Cowboys running game this season. But you're going to have to do the best you can to slow the run, because this is a team that really loves to run the ball, control the clock. And then Tony Romo, he's got the ability to hit some big passes. Des Bryant, one of the best, dynamic wideouts in the game. It's going to be tough this week without Brian Orakpo, who's been lost for the rest of the season. Orakpo was not having a great season rushing the passer, obviously only a half a sack. But when you talk about a guy in the running game, he was outstanding in the running game. I mean, he blows stuff up, he gets in the gaps, he would beat tight ends, he beat single coverage, and he'd get there and he'd get into that backfield, and he might not get the tackle, but he was going to make things happen. He was going to make things shift. He's a guy who you're going to definitely miss, and now rookie Trent Murphy is going to have to step up, but you're going to need to get contributions from everywhere across that line to try to slow down this running game. Offensively, we're going into quarter number 3 of the Colt McCoy era. He took over for Kirk Cousins in the Tennessee Titans victory, did a good job there. I think the coaching staff is going to keep it simple, not ask him to do too many things, just run the basic offense. You got to get the running game going. The running game has not been very good. Alfred Morris is not having a good year to this point. It's been a combination of things, but he has not played well. He's got to play better. And you have Deshaun Jackson, you have Pierre Garçon. Maybe you take some shots downfield a few times, but you're going to keep it pretty much simple for Colt McCoy. And you're waiting for Robert Griffin III to come back. He wasn't ready this week to come back from that dislocated ankle, but they're hoping he'll be back soon. And then you'll really get to see what this team will be for the rest of the season as they evaluate Robert Griffin III to determine, hey, is he the guy you want to move forward with long term? So for the Washington Post, I'm Jason Reid, and this is the Kickoff, and see you next week.